So guys, you all have seen my great gunsmiths, but you have not seen my settings. So today I am going to show you all the best sensitivity settings for you all to help you guys improve in your matches. So if you haven't found your perfect sensitivity yet, you are at the right video, because I am going to reveal all that you need to know in today's video. So just before I show you all these beautiful settings, just before I help you guys find your perfect sensitivity, go ahead and drop a like on today's video if you're totally excited to see this, and subscribe to the YouTube channel now for more tips and tricks. Now diving into our settings, I have one tap ADS selected. Now this is the custom layout. So guys, whether you want your 4-finger claw on iPad or phone, this is what you want to use, and you of course can experiment guys. So I have the map at the top of my screen because the map is very important. You always want to know where enemies are located. At my left guys, you see my fire button. So I'm right-handed guys, so I use my left hand to fire and I use my right hand to do a bulk of the work. I purposely kept my fire button large so that I can always tap and always hit that button guys. So you want to make it as big as possible, so whenever you're tapping you will never miss the button. Of course I have my scoreboard to the left, I made it small. Now I have my analog stick guys. So what you want to do here, you want to make it medium. You don't want to make it too large, you don't want to make it too small. I have mine at 94%. It helps with my movement guys, so I made it small enough for that. To the right of my screen, this is where the magic happens. So we're gonna run over this real quick. I have my reload, my aim. I also have my jump button guys and my prone. So I have my aim button to the far right. I have my prone button to the far right, as you will realize. So I do this for hand coordination. I want to keep my buttons as close as possible so that I can react really quickly in my matches. This is some secret information guys. I always tell you, keep your buttons close, you'll never regret it. As you see there, I can pull out my secondary real quick. It's right under my prone button guys. And I also have my health at the bottom of my screen. I didn't make it too large, it's not really that important. And I also can change weapons, or I can pick up a weapon right there with that. Moving on to the long awaited settings guys, I'm excited to show you all this. I usually make gunsmiths, so this is quite different from me. So aim assist should be kept on guys, that aids with your aim. Quick run from prone, you want to keep that on. Fix or fire button, I kept that on. Continuous grenade throw, that should be selected. Hide prone button, I don't use the prone button guys, I use my crouch button, so I hold my crouch button to prone. So that is what I have. ADS button for rotation, I kept that on. Now tap to ADS, you want to keep that selected guys. Some persons use hybrid ADS, but I prefer tap to ADS, it's so much better for me. Display left fire button, that should be on. Slide while running. Tap to crouch while sprinting. That is what I do to slide. It is quicker. I believe this is much quicker guys. For always sprint, I kept that off guys. You know I'm a passive player, so I don't always want to be sprinting guys. You know I play passively at times. Moving on to our gyroscope, I turned that off. I don't use gyroscope guys. Now camera FOV, that means camera field of view. That is really important. This will help with your aim, but I'll go in depth with that someday, but I'm gonna give you the overview. So this is your field of view guys. This is what your screen will look like. Turning this up will make objects smaller, turning it down will make objects larger. You want to keep it at the right size where you can see in your surroundings, but you don't want enemies to be small guys, so I don't suggest you turn it up to the max. So you want to keep it at 70 or so on, but if you're an iPad player guys, you will probably max it or so, but if you're a phone player, you'll have it around 70 like mine. Moving downwards to our marker settings, everything right here is on default. You don't want to change change any of that, guys. Now to the long awaited sensitivity, the beautiful moment you've been waiting for. Rotation mode, of course, is on fixed speed. I've tried speed acceleration, but guys, my screen was going nuts. This thing, speed acceleration is just too fast for me. I could adjust it, yes, but fixed speed is just perfect. I guarantee if you haven't tried fixed speed as yet, you should try that, guys. It is great. I realize a lot of YouTubers don't explain sensitivity switch, but I'll do just that as always. Switch while opening ADS, I have that checked. So it's the switch from your standard sensitivity to your ADS sensitivity. So guys, you want to keep that in mind. So sensitivity presets, of course, is custom. You want to make your own. Call of Duty ones are totally trash. Now camera sensitivity, I have mine at 73. I kept my mid-range, guys. It is perfect. It's not too fast, it is not too slow, and it might range from devices. Your device might be larger and you might have lower sensitivity. As an iPad player, they will have lower sensitivity, but mine is at 73. ADS sensitivity is at 84, and the tactical scope sensitivity is at 110. Moving downward, I don't really use the sniper scope sensitivity. I just changed mine to 45 and I have been sniping like crazy.
Yeah, boy.
Guys, it is crazy. 3 times tactical scope. I kept these on default. I didn't change any of these. Going downward to our firing sensitivity, I'm gonna give you all the secret formula, guys. Don't tell anyone I said this, but the firing sensitivity should be close to your camera sensitivity. So I just added 1 to each. That's all I did. So my camera sensitivity, I would have 73 for the standard, and here I have 74 for my standard. To my ADS sensitivity, I would have 84, but here I have 85, guys. That is what I did. I added 1 to each. Tactical scope sensitivity is at 111. Sniper scope sensitivity, I kept that the same. I didn't change that, and those are the default. For gyroscope, I don't use that, of course. Everything is at 0, and these tactical scope sensitivity, these are at 10, guys. I don't really use this, to be honest, but one day I will use that. Going to the graphics now, guys. This is really underrated. You guys won't believe the magic this does. This makes a huge difference to your gameplay, but I'm gonna show you all some stuff today. So a lot of persons would max their graphics very high, but you don't need that. Here's what you should do. You should turn your graphics to medium, or if you're on a low-end device, turn it to low, and then you want to have the highest frame rate possible. You always want to know why my gameplay is so smooth. Just max your frame rate. Always keep your frame rate at the highest and your graphics at the lowest. It helps with your matches, guys. Your gameplay will be smooth like butter, guys. I promise you all this. Some perks that you can consider when you turn down your graphics is that it won't overheat. A lot of person's device overheat when they have their graphics on maxed. Also, guys, your device won't lag. I realized when I maxed my graphics, it was just unplayable, to be honest. I turned my graphics to the max and I regretted every moment of it. So I just went to medium, and that was just, I just took off like a spaceship. I believe I have covered everything that you need to know. Now it's time for you to find your perfect sensitivity. I'm gonna help you with just that. Don't click off as yet, guys. We're getting into that right now. Of course, we are in the training ground, guys, and this is where I do all the testing for the gunsmiths. And as you can see on my screen, I have my buttons opacity turned to the max, and you can see all the buttons, guys. I wouldn't suggest you guys do this, but if you're just starting out 4-finger claw, you want to keep that. You want to keep it visible until you get used to the screen. So to test your sensitivity, guys, what you'll do is just try doing a 180-degree turn. That's all you need to do. Do a 180-degree swipe. Just swipe your screen and just see if you will turn perfectly. You want to turn 180 degrees, guys. Anything faster than that or anything that goes beyond that, you want to turn down your sensitivity and just make sure that it makes a perfect 180-degree turn. If it doesn't, you go into settings and then you go back to your sensitivity and you will just turn it up a bit or turn it down a bit. If you see that you don't have that 180-degree turn, I did it to 300 so that you can purposely see that it will go beyond 180. So look, it goes beyond. You make a full 360 turn. You don't want that, guys. What you need is a perfect or 180 degree turn. A bit of exaggeration, but I went back in settings and I turned it up, turned it down. Yes, I turned it down, and you will see the improvement as I turn it down. So I did another testing. I made it 140 and I made that turn and it was still a 360 turn. Changed back my standard sensitivity to 73. That is where it's at its prime, so I keep it as that. Guys, over time I playing the game more, you will find your sensitivity, and I suggest doing the same thing with your ADS sensitivity. That's how you're gonna adjust. But for the ADS sensitivity, you're just gonna aim at these objects right there. You're gonna aim at the objects and then you're just gonna shoot and just try switching objects. And if you realize it's too fast, you turn down the ADS sensitivity. That's how you go about it, guys. That is the only way to get better. So playing the game more, guys, keep practicing. You will eventually start dominating. I will be here for you all as always. You know it's your boy Nauwz. And if you did enjoy today's video, man, go ahead and drop a like on today's video. It is totally free, guys. And subscribe to the YouTube channel now for the best gunsmiths on YouTube. Never been done before, guys. And also, if you want more tips and tricks, guys, go subscribe to the channel. Be a part of the Nauwzian family now. And it was your boy Nauwz. Make sure to stay safe. And with that said, I'll see you all in the next front line.